Echo and the Bunnymen, 1987, in Rio de Janeiro. And a little bit of Sao Paulo and Porto Alegre as well. Fantastic country. Want to go back there. Never felt more at home, I don't think, than in Brazil. Mac them out. Yeah, that was me. Part of me still is Mac them out. Lost respect. In those days, I think it was obvious to people in the know that we were the best group in the early to mid-80s.
So then why did Echo and the Bunnymen split up?
It's like, why do you leave school, you know, because you have to. We'd done our O's and A-levels, I think Ocean Aim was the A-level, and we got an A+, and then we went on, we tried to go to university and branch out with the fifth album, and it was rubbish. We got an F. It's no wonder why I feel so low, 'cause it's down to you. You suck the weed of faith I used to have in me, and it's falling through, yeah, it's falling through. You pump me full of holes, you pump me full of holes. All I want to know is it really such a magic world? Is it really such a magic world? Magic world. Magic world. I grew up here in Norris Green, kind of not doing much at all, really, just going to see the Reds at Anfield when I was younger, in the boys' pen, and then I graduated, went to the Anfield Road and the Cop, and then I suppose I dreamt of being a footballer up until the time when my eyesight went when I was about 12, and everyone started getting really good at football apart from me. And then when I was 13, Bowie came out with the record Starman and Ziggy Stardust, and I always associated it with that tree because I used to play the music in this room in the dark and make everyone turn all the lights off, you know, or not leave the room for the length of the album, 45 minutes or whatever. They couldn't leave the living room, which was back there. I used to look at the tree, and at night, the light, kind of one of these, the street lights used to shine on the leaves, and kind of it all moved about poetically to me, and that tree seemed to embody everything that I wanted to get out of life. You know, I wanted to be as magical as that tree, in a way. I knew when I was 13 that I wanted to be a singer more than a musician. Being a musician was something I didn't really understand, but singing was something that I did along to Bowie records and Lou Reed records, and then later Leonard Cohen records. So it was, from the age of 13, kind of just used to look at that thing at night and dream. I asked my father, I said, Father, change my name. The one I'm using now is
Yes, love, 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 come back to me.
People always ask why the bands come out of Liverpool, or why there's so many good bands come out. Why is the football so good? And it's because there's nothing else really, and because one day we discovered we were good at it, and it becomes a habit, you know. Only you got trophies for being a musician, eh? I'd have loved a pair of my boots to have ended up in here, but maybe as a kid I bought the wrong pair of boots because I got a Bobby Charlton pair because they were on my mum's catalogue, and we couldn't afford to go to a shop and just buy them outright, and I quite fancied this Bobby Charlton 6 screw-in stud pair. So maybe that was what paid to my budding career, which I was never even that good, but everyone who's ever kicked the ball in Liverpool wants to play for their team. So I had to learn how to play guitar instead. The other thing I wanted to be, which again a lot of kids wanted to be, was an astronaut, just because I was lucky enough to have grown up. I was born in '59, so by the time of the moon landing I was 10, and it was just fantastic. I sat up all night, and that was probably the dream that went along with being a footballer. I used to think you could be a footballer on a Saturday and go to the moon on a weekday, you know.
My mind, my body and soul, stuck in the eye, can't understand. They're selling me views, wave my flagpole. Don't need my eyes, tie my hands. Drip, honey, drip, drip your innocence. Drip, honey, drip through the night. Drip, honey, drip, drip your innocence.
In the old days, I used to get totally bevied and just drank a lot and got in the mood. But I get in the mood now just because I know I'm going out there to sing songs that I like. And it's taken a long time to get round to that kind of way of thinking or way of feeling. It's a beautiful thing.
To
hate rehearsing. I hate rehearsing, I hate kind of working at anything. Some people call it laziness, but I call it boredom. And I do love playing live, so it's kind of one of them things where I come home and I'm fine. I love being at home, and then I love going away to play because I like travelling, and I like seeing places like Paris and Madrid and even Antwerp, My dad once sang a song to me when I was a kid called "Those Faraway Places with the Strange Sounding Names That Are Calling Me." And he sang it so low, and beautiful. It kind of, maybe that's what set me off wanting to see them places.
Esther candelabra, up going brightly. Boy, Eva Marcella stars, 'twas lately, never lately. Vibor Blue, the have-nots and the have-tos, the frozen chosen few, and here to take you through the gateway Vibor Blue. You tingle my chestnut via Condios all the way. My madness made me sadder. Esther candelabra, up glowing brightly. Boy, Eva Marcella stars, just lately, never lately. Vibor Blue, the have-nots and the have-tos. Chosen few, and here to take you through the gateway Vibor Blue, destined to see it through, born to Vibor Blue. Vibor Blue.
This is a Fender Telecaster with I think these are called FOs, and it doesn't look like an F to me, but I think they're called FOs, and it's a rare one. But I'm not sure if it's the original salmon pink colour. Somebody told me it was, so I bought it. But it's a lovely little scratch plate. It used to be covered in blood when I was angst-ridden. It used to cut my fingers to bits, but use a plecky, less angst. But it's a beautiful guitar. It's great for kind of punky stuff, and just cutting. Like. One of the things we always strived for with the Bunnymen was to create art, even if it was only rock and roll. It was meant to be lasting rock and roll. And I do think that rock music, when it's done by the likes of whatever rock music is, whether it's Leonard Cohen doing one of his songs, I think when it's done properly and well, it's the greatest art form going, because it works on so many more levels than a Van Gogh, even though I like Van Gogh or Monet. They just had to paint it, they didn't have to sing it, and they didn't have to work out a set list every night. the order of the paintings, you know, that they were going to paint. It's an art form that's more difficult because it is so, what's the word, transient. You have to make something that lasts is that much more difficult because you're not supposed to really make things that last and not usually it's supposed to be disposable stuff. But I want to strive for now, rather than being macking out or saying that I am the greatest thing, I want to prove it with timeless music. My favourite song, not necessarily of all time, but of the 1980s, by anyone. No, it's not funny, it's a beauty. It's funny now when it's played live, it just seems to kind of have more meaning than it did then. Then it was kind of acknowledged as a great song within its time, but now it's kind of lived beyond that, which is a nice feeling.
Starlit nights I saw you, so cruelly you kissed me. Your lips a magic world, your sky all hung with jewels, the killing will come too soon.
That's one of the things I think about a lot, really, how my life has changed and how I've changed, and if either of them really have, you know. I suppose anyone looking from the outside would say, it's obviously changed. This is a different room to my mum's sitting room. And I've done so many things and seen the world and stuff that it must have affected me, and I think I'll make a cup of tea while I'm explaining it, you know. The way things have changed is that dreams change, and dreams that used to be in outer space and behind the magic tree are kind of now in Madrid and Paris and America and places. I kind of know where to go now to find them. And in those days, it was just the tree, you know. And I think at the end of the day, I preferred the dreams that were in the tree.
All the things in my head, round and round. I did the things you said, on and on and on and on, on and on and on, on and on and on and on, on and on and on. In my head, things went round. In my head, I fell down.
I love that phrase, a watch kettle never boils. But it does, you know. Eventually, it boils. And eventually I'm going to write another song as great as The Killing Moon.
Up against your will, through the thick and thin. yourself to hell. The blue moon, I saw you so soon. You took me up in your arms too late to beg. Can't slip though, no, it must be the killing tide. Unwillingly mine, fate up against your will. Through the thick and thin, you will wait until you give yourself to hell. Fate up against your will. Through the thick and thin, you will wait until you give yourself to him, 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 to him.
How do you feel about Echo and the Bunnymen continuing without you?
It's a bit like Freddie and the Dreamers to me without Freddie.
Another